Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bigger Than Race, exposure to all things truth, whether you like it or not, with unique perspectives from different beings from all walks of life. This is Bigger Than Race. Investigate truth on your own terms. Welcome back to Bigger Than Race. You know who this is? This is your boy, Brando. We are back here today going to cover another top project. This happens to be in the sector of gaming. And you know how we feel about the gaming world here at Bigger Than Race. We understand the paradigm shift, and today we're going to shift your perspective on one of the top gaming ecosystems that I believe, and so does my good friend Wake Lyons, Christopher Rinker from Bigger Than Race. We see the potential and future of Sidus heroes, and we're going to just give a deep dive, our take on this, and why you should take it seriously. So, welcome to the show, the platform once again, Christopher. I love to share the screen with you. It seems like we make a dynamic duo. You know, it's like a tag team wrestling group. Maybe like the Nasty Boys or the Bret Hart, Owen Hart, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, man, appreciate it, and I definitely feel the same. You know, I thought it was kind of cool we both jumped on wearing blue. You know.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna wear red because they say wear red when you want to be understood or sell something, but I'm like, nah, man, I'm feeling it. So.
Well, they wear blue at Best Buy and they don't have a problem with selling.
Oh right.
They've only closed 19 stores this year, so I think out of the bunch they're doing a pretty good job.
Right.
I don't think Target has closed any stores, so maybe we do need to switch to red. Who knows? But yeah, today is a great day. There's a lot of shifts. There's a lot of movement happening within the gaming world, especially in regards to Web3 technology gaming, the newer style of gaming where gamers actually own their assets. And we know how important it is. And I don't really think the gaming world, the gamers, are truly connected to that thought just yet. I think there's still some that believe that they own the items that they own within, let's say, like a Roblox or give me one of those top games right now.
Well, for me was Diablo 2. Yeah, Fortnite 2.
Diablo 2? Yeah, I heard a lot about Diablo.
Yeah, I mean, I broke my foot when I was in the last year of high school, so I started playing a lot of Diablo 2, and I realized that, hey, there's a lot of money in this. Like, people are spending thousands of dollars to buy these characters, and then one day they said, hey, we're shutting down the servers, and people had friends that they made that they could no longer play video games with, and it was like, well, if we owned the server, if there was an NFT for the arena that we were playing in, and if there was an NFT for the game items we were using, we would still own them. But because Blizzard owned the ecosystem and they owned all the items, once they turned it off, we lost everything.
Yeah, no, and that's the sad part about it, it's that centralized control. And that's why it's important that, we move everything over to a decentralized world, because when they say it's over, we can't do anything about it. And they can't do that. They can't say that in a decentralized world because I own my items, So I think it's an important step forward as we continue the paradigm shift to a more decentralized nature so that we can have control of our own destiny. That was one of the main reasons why I think I kind of fell into crypto, is because I got tired of people dangling carrots over my head, telling me when I can't eat, and I want to be able to eat when I want to eat. And at Bigger Than Race, we're eating all the time. It don't matter if it's a bear market, down market, up market, whatever market, we're eating, and that involves in the knowledge and, just knowing how to move and shake within certain terrains. And, I'm just thankful for that. But let's talk about Sidus Heroes. It's a web browser-based game. I think that's
huge.
It's very fascinating and exciting because anybody can play it at any moment. Let's get your take on it. But before we get a take on it, I want to introduce the trailer for it, and we're gonna play that right now.
Wanna fight? Let's fight. Power. Space. And Adventure. Danger. Nature. Resources. Live. Sidus Heroes.
Okay, so we're back from the trailer, and what do you think about that?
For me, the first thing you said is that it's a URL-based game. Let's think about how much money Microsoft and Sony make by building these infrastructure boxes called consoles to play these video games. That is a limiting factor to people. A computer, they're all over the place. We can plug into the internet. The internet's been being built for a really long time, but these consoles, like, you need $500, $600, $700, $1,000 just to get the console, and then you got to buy the game, and then you need the internet. So what if we can take the internet is already on the game and the console capabilities is on the game? Once you have cloud computing, it doesn't matter what type of computer you have, you just need a screen.
Yeah.
And these guys, they want everyone to play. They make it so that if you're in an emerging market, you can play this video game, build a character, and then sell that account to someone in America that might want that character. Indeed, you might make $1,000 from it.
Yeah, no, that's huge in regard to the shift of gaming. I believe, and I'm sure you share the same sentiment, that we're moving to a gamer's economy, but also we're moving to cloud-based gaming, where you'll have a device or something that already has a bunch of games built in it, like the Meta Quest from not Facebook, but they're now called Meta. So it seems to be a cloud-based gaming in a sense, and I think we're going to be moving to that as we go forward in gaming. And I think that's just the best way of doing things. Why am I going to have to buy all of these individual games when I can just plug in here? You guys already have the technology to facilitate a portal of games in one spot without me having to buy this game, that game, this game, that game. I'm tired of all that. We need a change now, Christopher.
Yeah, and it's not good for the environment either. We shouldn't be, every time we make these things and we get done with them, we toss them to the side. And they've already said, because we don't use VHS and CDs as much, there's already less waste product going into the ground, which again goes into the 2030 agenda. You'll own nothing but be happy. I won't own a video game, but I'll have access to the video game for a subscription, maybe $1.99. I can play all the Tetris I want a month.
Right. Or Tetris, Mega Man, Donkey Kong, all of those games. And I have a arcade in my building, right? And we have the console, like the old school arcade game, but it has multiple games within it. All of those old school games. So I think systems like that, are what's going to be a thing to come. It's just everything is just already there. No more individually buying. I even believe platforms like Netflix, they're going to have a cloud-based gaming portal or platform for gamers. And I think there's a lot of shifts and changes by 2030, but I think it's all being moved in a consecutive manner, where they're just all moving to that same beated drum. It just looks like it's individually beaten. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah,
it does. I agree.
So let's go to the website of Sidus here and share some info with the people.
Yeah, I was on OpenSea. So far, the NFT ecosystem just for Sidus, 605 Ethereum, which is about $1 million. So that's just the in-game values so far.
605?
Yes, sir. And there's only 6 items available for sale. So of all the things that people have minted on Sidus, only 6 people are willing to sell something. That's how people are holding on to these NFTs.
Interesting. Well, they probably know what time it is. And, we could still, back in the day, there used to be quite a few NFTs that they had on there, but people are getting hip to what what these in-game assets are going to be. I think that's some of the best NFTs one can hold is in-game assets. So here we are on the Sidus website. It is very thought through. Welcome to the Sidus metaverse. Now, people want to know, is this just a game or is it an ecosystem? They created this metaverse from scratch with the help of early adopters. What is it? Is it multiple games within games?
Oh yeah, it's a whole universe, man. I mean, there's different types of worlds for different types of people. You know, there's people that like strategy games that aren't into violence and shooting, but they love a good puzzle, and they can go to a world and that's a world where they do puzzles, you know, and that's how you play the game. And then there's other worlds where it's first person shooter, and those races and those people, that type part of the universe, they're in conflict or they are explorers. But you know, Sidus wants to have even games where people just enrich their own part of the their universe. You know, things, a game like Farmville, like, hey, you just start out with a plot of land and in the metaverse make your utopia. You know, there's so many different types of gamers, and the Sidus universe has different worlds that different people can go to and grow and, you know, get their friends to help them along and go on missions. Or like, hey, one person can't do this, like we need 6 people, and you can get together with persons from different parts of the world and live. You know, you can go battle, you can go explore, you can build a utopia.
Yeah, no, I'm here looking at the games right now on the screen. The strategy, shooter, battler, and it seems like there's different worlds, like you just said, within these particular gaming styles: battler, shooter, strategy. Have you played
it's all
yet?
I was gonna say, it's all the same universe too, so I haven't seen them do this yet, but you know, it's like if you have a certain weapon that you won because you completed a quest in a strategy game, it might make your first person shooter a better shooter because now he might have like a cloak of, you know, an invisibility. So when he gets shot, it helps him go invisible for 5 seconds. Well, you might not be able to earn that cloak in the first person shooter game. You might have to go to a different world and do a different type of adventure or mission that is outside of your regular scope, but that's because there's a rare item there. You know, in the white paper, they talk about how you can go chase down comets in the universe and mine the comet for resources, and that you'll find rare items and ancient items in there that you can go sell on the marketplace.
Interesting. Yeah, I think, you know, this is loading and trying to get the game to show up, but I think that for people who like to play games, I think these are some of the best games coming out of Web3. Sidus Heroes definitely being one of them. The graphics alone, as we were just looking on the screen, you know, I even also believe that there's probably going to be some kind of VR element to it as we progress going forward. Just looking at the graphics that they have, you know, like here per se, I believe we're going to get to that point of where there's going to be some kind of VR element, and it's going to take us to worlds that look like this, similar to what Star Atlas is doing with their graphics. You know, why else would they be showing us this?
Yeah, the Real Engine 5 stuff is out of this world, and then once you get an AI making it for you, they're going to be able to make video games in weeks.
Yeah, but then also the AI aspect of it is, you know, to have these NPCs actually come to life, and that's what's going to make the gaming experience overall just take it to the next level. You know, I feel like we're so early. Well, I don't think we're so early. I think the next 6 to 18 months is when we're going to see a lot of things shift for gaming for the better, and I think Sidus is going to be at the top. Like, there's different type of people who delve into games, right? You have the people that play the games to earn a living. You have people who just play for fun, and then you have people like me who just want to invest in it. Like I used to play video games. Now I really don't. And don't get me wrong. Like, I'm going to get the new MetaQuest 3 when it comes out because I want to get in tune to what, you know, is happening in that VR world, because, you know, we invest in this stuff, and I think it's just cool to tap into it because I keep hearing such great things about the MetaQuest 2 that I want to get the 3 in September while everybody else is stuck in the past with the 2. So yeah, I just think, you know, the way gaming is moving, it's going to force people who aren't normally gamers to be gamers. That's why overall, on a yearly basis, there's more gamers being added to that overall percentage of gamers. So a lot of people are going to be converted. But let's continue to talk about this Sidus. How many people do you think will be converted to Sidus?
Well, just listening to you talk, Brando, it just makes me think about how many content creators there are nowadays compared to 10 years ago. Even though people were creating content 10 years ago, it wasn't necessarily a job or something that somebody would achieve or set out to do. Whereas now you can go ask kids what they want to do that are 12 and they say, oh, I want to be a content creator. And, if you go into another section of the content creating, it's gaming. So many Xena points to put on your own robots. These content creators are about to be money creators because they're going to be able to have their own money that with the rare resources that he finds in the Sidus metaverse, he might be able to forge and craft and create his own items, create his own world, and then he owns that world. And then now other people want to come play on his world, they got to pay him.
Right.
And how many people do we know that pay extra to go in the VIP?
A lot of people.
So I think there's going to be just different levels to it, different worlds in the metaverse. And there's going to be people that find out that there's a world in the Sidus universe that, hey man, you don't go there unless you got money because it's expensive. And people are going to be like, I want to go there because I have money and it's expensive.
Right. No, we're gonna move into a time where people are going to do things they normally wouldn't do in order to have access to exclusive worlds, exclusive close-knit communities, which is, the whole importance behind NFTs anyways. It's to give you access to certain things that you normally wouldn't get access to. So I think, man, there's going to be such a shift and an impact on the mindset of how people view gaming that I believe it's going to just create more gamers overnight, as we continue to keep seeing. And I think we'll have adults starting to play. Because, people, let's be real, they're already gearing us up for a second wave of that virus, and that has to be a reason behind it. And we've heard the World Economic Forum talking about their gaming and metaverse initiative, alongside with Animoca Brands leading the infrastructure of that that GameFi infrastructure, and Animoca is at the helm of it. But we also are just going to see a new way of making money, but not like the past. I think the hype that was happening with Axie and a lot of these games, I'm just listening to Yatsu speak. It was that style of earning was for that moment. There was some Ponzi economics involved with it, only because it was at an early stage, and things weren't really where they're going to be. So it made cause for prices to rise, people to make astronomical amounts of money in the short term, and then all of a sudden it just stops. And I think that happens with anything, there's trial and error. When Tesla just came out and hit the road, you had to get through the kinks before you can get to, the car that is just going to be self-sustained with no issues, And I think that has to happen in gaming too, and I think it has already happened. And I think now the stuff that's getting ready to come out, the stuff that's been being built for the past 3-4 years, is what is going to be a dominant force in this new world of gaming, And like I said before, just watching Sidus, seeing their talks, seeing how many people are excited about it is mind blowing. Like the partners here.
Dude, I was just getting ready to say, yeah.
You could touch on these: Animoca, Master Ventures, Blocktopia, Polygon. You got Mr. Beast here.
Yeah, they have a really wide team. I mean, they have people on their team that never have once been in video gaming. They're straight DeFi. Well, first they were just financial, and then they're DeFi only. But yeah, the monsters that are on that partner. I mean, like you said, Animoca, when we see that, it's a big one. Then you see, things like Network.
Yep.
We know Network is about people building their own metaverses and their own worlds and having artificial intelligence behind it.
100%.
So behind closed doors, the things that these two guys talk about, I mean, look at all those faces. There's a bunch of happy people having fun.
In Europe somewhere. Yeah, no, they look like they're really here to make a change, because they got a Thai office, a Europe office. Sidus NFT Heroes team features a large number of highly skilled blockchain developers with years of experience in building DeFi and NFT products. Many Sidus team members come from the game development industry and are skilled in applying cutting-edge tech and multimedia solutions. The Sidus team hasn't just created an amazing play-to-earn blockchain journey offering many opportunities and adventures. So, they're just doing what they do. There's a lot of hype around Sidus in the industry. And I bought into it at the seed round through Blocktopia. Like they did like this random draw. If you had 10,000, you can invest. You'll get like 4 million something Sidus, and then you got like 45,000 of the Senate token, which is the governance token.
Nice.
So it comes out of lockout, I think September, honestly, this September. It was like an 18-month lockout period. So I'm expecting it to do some great numbers. And, it was launched on the Blocktopia launchpad. So I'm expecting Sidus to do some things, which is why, we're talking about this now, and which is why I have been, advocating for it and giving that option to the community members. So what else? What is your take? What else it stands out to you about Sidus? We know we touched over the partners. We see the team. The roadmap is extensive.
So one of the biggest things that I think is exciting, I kind of lightly touched on it, is that you get rewarded for the time you spend in the game. I'm sure we've all been in different hobbies or different sports where, we were only so good and we, did as good as we could with the toys or tools that we had. But then you've seen someone else that had a bunch of money and they just came in, they had all the fancy everything, and they were faster than you because their stuff was better than you and they had the money. And you could never be that fast because you didn't have the money. Well, in the Sidus universe, if you spend time in the Sidus universe, you can acquire things that cost money and that, you could have nothing, but in the universe, in the Sidus ecosystem, you could have things. You could have a lot of money. And then once you develop wealth in your character, and when you take those glasses off or you push away from your screen and you look in your regular life, you're like, man, I want this. Well, why don't I sell that for my video game? I don't need it. And then now I have something in my regular life. And that to me, that's just so exciting. The rags to riches stories in crypto and in gaming are all over the place. Even the CEO of Nintendo USA, he grew up poor, and he talks about how in the future, when AI is here and robots are here, that there won't be a lot of jobs for people, but there will be games, and games will provide a means for those in emerging markets to feed themselves. That to me, I mean, bigger than race, man. That's all it's about.
100%. No, yeah, I think you're right. You're absolutely right. I mean, because they have already shown us the blueprint with not Animoca, but Axie Infinity. Those people that were in emerging markets in Philippines, they were having problems making money, and gaming was there for them to help. And they made more money than they did playing that game than they ever would have doing anything else that was afforded to them. So yeah, you're right. We're as robots and we move to the 4th and 5th industrial revolution, a lot of jobs will be lost. And these new economies, these gaming economies, is what people are going to be tapping into for resources. And it was just funny when you were speaking about being rich in the game. It just took me back to Ready Player One, where, he was adding money to spend in the game, buying these advancements, this, that, and the third. And I'm sure he was transferring some of that to buy his gear that he had to make his gaming experience to the next level, So I think, man, people are in for a rude awakening. They just are not prepared. And it's these types of conversations about various projects, various trends, movements within the industry that have to happen in order to shift the perspective of individuals who might have never heard of this project or this perspective on gaming in general. Because we're looking at this from different sides of it. And I personally feel like if you're going to invest in anything, gaming is probably one of the best investments in crypto. Only because these are going to be the gaming companies, studios, top games of tomorrow. We just don't know it yet. Well, I do, but they don't.
Yeah, I like that you call them a studio because that's what they are, you know, and once they get to a certain point, you know, those content creators or game players are going to be able to go in and spend the money that they earn and build their own things in the studio. That's so awesome.
No, it is. I mean, how could you even know that you're investing in a studio? Like, there's so many people that just buy stuff without even reading into it, doing any types of research. And by doing that, you just never know what you hold. And that could cause you to sell assets that are game changers. You know, and I really believe Sidus is going to be a game changer in more ways than one. Not only for the gaming industry, but also for people who can see the vision in it and reap those rewards over time. So we're at the roadmap of it, and you know, they got new robot pan. You can see that they're making progress with their roadmap. It's very thought out.
Yeah, and their white paper, I was really able to kind of understand what they're trying to do because they do have a good roadmap and they do have a good breakdown of, you know, how the gaming ecosystem will work. You know, it's not it truly is like a mechanized system. You know, it's not just turning a console on. Like, this is on the blockchain. It's forever.
Yes. No, it definitely is on the blockchain, and it definitely is forever. And the crazy thing is, everybody can see the transactions that are taking place. So let's see if we can find this white paper real quick. Did you want to touch on anything in the white paper specifically, or?
Not necessarily specifically. I just think it's cool that they show you, you know, like what you can do with the ship or what you can do with your characters. You know, you have a ship, you can take that ship to the marketplace and sell it. You have a ship, you can upgrade it. You have a ship, you can stake it and let people rent it. You know, like you said, you know, there's a lot in crypto that in this space that you might not know what it is, even if you do all the reading on it. So, you know, everybody thinks cryptocurrency, all of this is just digital money when, you know, you and I know that's not what it is, but what it is something programmable that isn't going to change.
Right. Yeah. No, it's a beautiful thing that we have the opportunity to see something like this during our lifetime. I mean, this is like investing in Epic Games before it was Epic Games, or investing in Fortnite before it was Fortnite.
Yeah, I mean, it's like owning land in San Gabriel Valley or Hollywood that all the studios are on.
Right, 100%. It's like owning, and this is what some of the game looks like here on screen, but it's like buying a Beverly Hills property back when you can scoop them up for like $35,000.
Yep.
And now today, that same property is worth
$35 million.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and what's so crazy about that is, you know, the guy that actually owned a lot of the land outside of Los Angeles, you know, he started buying all the land up and everyone was like, why are you buying all this land in Los Angeles? Los Angeles was actually a city that was considered to fail because there wasn't enough water. Well, the people that wanted the infrastructure built the waterways to bring water to Los Angeles, and now they own the water infrastructure and they own the land. Mulholland Drive, that man was a regular man and he died a multi-millionaire.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that. But that just goes back to what we're investing in here now is the infrastructure, the piping, the plumbing, the waters, the roadways, the turnpikes, the electrical grids. You know, this is that moment, you know, so that we can end up like the Mulholland guy. So that we can end up like these people who bought these houses earlier on and now they're worth millions. This is that moment. Wake Lions. This is that moment, man. And I feel like Sidus is definitely a top contender in regards to gaming, because just look at it. We're just going here on the screen and this is what the first shooter looks like. I haven't played it yet, but I can only imagine what this looks like with VR, like next level experience.
Yeah, once they get this stuff in the sandbox, you know, they have those VR sandboxes in like Seattle and LA.
Yep.
I mean, imagine you and your buddies were all playing on the video game or on your consoles, but it's somebody's birthday and you're like, hey man, let's go play Sidus at the VR box. And you're like, okay, well, Sidus would plug right into that. And then now you can play your character. You don't have to play the general character that you rent from VR box. You're like, oh no, scan my wallet, and then your wallet gets loaded, and then you have all your special tools and toys.
100%. And we're definitely going to get to that moment where things are just easy. Happens at a click of a button for the masses of the world. But here's the white paper. We don't really need to go on it. We'll go through it, but just some visuals Chris was talking about. So I recommend anybody who wants to understand a project more in depth, always read the white paper. The white paper is your clue to all things of a project. I like these images. Tokenomics, you definitely come here and just get a wealth of knowledge. So is there anything else that you want to highlight about Sidus other than what we've already went over?
Really, I guess the biggest thing for me I just go back to is that, you're rewarded for your time in game. And it's a place for people to go to earn. I've traveled the world enough to know that, there's places where $1 goes a really, really long way. And if I can get on a video game and earn $1 every hour in America, someone in another country can earn $1 every hour and, buy their mom some soup or take care of grandma. You know how I am.
Right. Yeah. 100%. It's going to be the time that we need to spend to be rewarded. And I feel like, look, if you're going to play video games, you might as well get paid. Because lately, up until now, well, I would say not up until now, but I guess it just depends on your perspective of it. But up until now, gaming has been a waste of time for a lot of people. You can't really see the fruits of their gaming other than them playing in the game. Unless you're somebody who has a Twitch account, who makes money playing video games, you're on a esports team, that's cool, but playing games and wasting time is a waste of life, period. But I think it's an incentive now because people will be paid for it. And I think parents, people who used to look at gaming negatively are going to form a new opinion of it, because I see a lot of that happening with parents and their kids. Well, he's making money from it, so I might as well. Shit, he's making more money than you are, Right. So, yeah, it's going to work out being a good thing at the end of the day. For us as investors in Web3, I think it just really makes sense to have and hold some of these top gaming assets that have the vision, the potential, the team, the right backing behind it, that actually have a working product. Just trying to simplify it and make it accessible for the overall gaming community. Projects like that speak volumes. That's why I'm bullish on Sidus, I'm bullish on Star Atlas, and that's all I would share about the bullishness sentiment on assets in regard to gaming right now. But I'm just excited, to be real with you. I'm not gonna play it. I might play the shooter once it gets VR equipped. But I'll just be on the sidelines watching all the magic unfold and just be happy that I've taken the plunge to buy some of it and to, own Sidus Heroes. Why not?
Yeah, man, I missed the last bull run with gaming. I heard you, I heard the group, I knew this new, but, I was stacking something else. But the riches and the joy that was brought to you by Brando finding Gala, that is, again, with Sidus and Atlas.
Yeah, 100%. It's a blessing to be able to, come upon those opportunities. But I see it with these, like you just mentioned. I see it, and a little bit of patience, a little bit of time and effort, and continuing to build up your confidence for a specific asset. There's no way you cannot reap the benefits and rewards. What messes people up is they try to reap those benefits and rewards faster than it actually takes. And then they get mad and just, I lost money. I was listening to Yatsu speaking the other day, and I shared this video in the group. Now, I'm not sure how many people caught what he said. I'm sure not a lot. But basically said that there was an investment phase for these projects, these games. And what happened was people put their money in and invested. Now, because you see the market cap of those projects go down, people think it's a negative. No, because just like you would in the traditional world, you would invest. You wouldn't know where the money is going completely, but the money is going to be utilized to continue to invest in the company, in the business. So that's where that money went. And all you need to do is be patient and to see where your investments turn into, see what they turn into. But that requires patience, and it requires a positive mindset. Now, we know everything is not going to make it, but if you place your bets strategically, you'll have more wins than you will ever losses. And that just made me think about all of the gaming assets that I had already invested in that I'm down on. And going back to Warren Buffett, you only lose when you sell. I haven't sold. Yatsu says, we're just going to wait and see what the investment turns out to, because they have these assets too. It's not just us. They have accumulated a vast amount of tokens of projects that they're backing. If they believe, there's no reason I shouldn't.
Yeah, and just to throw another billionaire's comment, the company is not the stock and the stock is not the company. When Amazon was doing its biggest growth, they had their stocks were down, and then I like to go back to the art of war. Appear strong when you are weak and appear weak when you are strong. And I was taught by you build during a bear market, because you don't want to be spending ETH fees and
right. Games are on sale right now. That's why I'm just, I remember buying some of these assets at 5 cents, 6 cents. Now they're under a penny.
Yeah, that 0.0 life is insane.
Yeah, but that just gives me more ammo to just buy more, so I can make what I lost back and some, So I think it's all perspective. It's all how you look at these moves and opportunities. If you can see the positive within it, and you can listen and read in between the lines of what these major players like Yatsu is speaking on gaming. Like, the gaming sentiment in the US is not like the gaming sentiment in the emerging markets. Emerging markets, they're happy as hell over there. They're all adopting it. It's just the sentiment here, which is controlled by narratives, which is causing a negative effect on the gaming world, where most of the gamers are in the emerging market. So why are we worried about the US right now? The US sentiment will change because, of course, they're going to be following the trends that's happening in the emerging market. China is leading this, and we know China, Asia, they're at the helm of all technology, especially the tech that we're using now. So I just think all we need to do is continue to invest, continue to investigate truth on our own terms, and to make the necessary moves and take action when we're called to. A lot of times we can miss the boat by not taking action. And no one wants to be that person who said, I seen the Sidus video. I didn't buy it. I thought it was nonsense.
Yeah, no, man. Lucci and I were talking about Sidus, and then you're like, hey, man, let's make a Sidus video. I'm like, Lucci, you better have your Sidus. And he's like, you have yours? I'm like, yeah, I got mine. And then, Jealous, and you got your Sidus? Yeah, I got mine. And we're just checking with each other, like, hey, bro, you good? You plugged in? Like,
right.
We're going this way. And, that's the benefits of being in a community of people that actually care about you.
100%. Yeah. No, 100%. We try to give the community advice about trends before they happen. And I see this gaming trend just going to take off even bigger than it has ever taken off, because now there's actual product. There's good gaming products coming out, and we have some of them. And Sidus is one of them. So if you're looking for a gaming project to look at, have an option to maybe own their token or governance token, let Sidus Heroes lead you in your hero journey. Something like that. That was kind of cheesy. Who cares? Do you have anything else you want to add before we actually close out this segment on Sidus?
Yeah, just one last thing. The thing that's been rattling around my head every time I hear gaming is talking about the emerging markets and how esports is supposed to outgrow all regular sports by 2025, 2026, because there are billions of people that play video games.
Yeah.
So that just want to end on that. And India has 1 billion people.
Yeah, no, you're right. Those are all the top gaming, where all the top gamers are as far as the amount. So it's about to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. And they say gaming is bigger than sports entertainment together. I mean, think about that, and think about where we're going. I mean, geez, all I can smell is money, and I'm feeling like T-Pain and DJ Khaled. All I do is win, no matter what.
No, yeah, you're gonna have a 900 RBI, bro, for sure.
Right, that's the high batting average. Boom. Yeah, but no, man, it's amazing. It's good. I'm glad that we have people who can see the future, see the vision, and something that, I can see the vision in, and I just want us to make this money. So Sidus, shout out to Sidus, the team, the game, great work. Keep it coming. You have people who are vouching for you and rooting for your success, because your success is our success. And if you're a part of the Bigger Than Race community, our success is your success. We share successes. We share wins. We share knowledge. We share opportunity to invest in early seed assets like a Sidus, like from the Singularity Net ecosystem. And just to show you that, we're going to play this commercial video right now.
Welcome to the Bigger Than Race Army, where financial opportunities await you. Are you ready to unlock the potential of the crypto world and join a community of forward-thinking investors? Look no further than the BTR NFT collection. Our two-tier NFT system offers a world of possibilities for those seeking early access to lucrative investment opportunities. With BTR NFTs, you gain more than just a digital collectible. You gain the power to shape your financial future. As a proud owner of our General or Special Force NFT, you hold the key to exclusive benefits and voting privileges within the BTR Army. Imagine having the opportunity to invest in seed rounds, private rounds, and pre-sales, securing your position in the most promising projects in the crypto space. We've collaborated with established ecosystems like Singularity Net and many more, ensuring you have access to the best opportunities available. But it doesn't stop there. As part of the BTR Army, you'll become part of a vibrant and engaged community of like-minded individuals. Share insights, learn from experienced investors, and witness success stories of fellow BTR NFT holders who have achieved remarkable returns on their investments. We're committed to your success. Our team provides ongoing support, educational resources, and expert advice to help you navigate the world of crypto investments with confidence. Together, we will unlock the full potential of the blockchain revolution. Ready to be a part of something bigger? Visit biggerthanrace.io today and explore our General and Special Force NFTs. Seize this unique opportunity to join the BTR Army and take your financial journey to new heights. Remember, the time to act is now. Don't miss out on this extraordinary chance to be a part of a community that believes in the power of financial freedom. Join the BTR Army today and embark on your path to financial greatness.
Be all you can be and become a part of the BTR Army, where financial opportunities await. Visit biggerthanrace.io and embrace the power of the Bigger Than Race Army. Attend hot.
Yes, that there was the Bigger Than Race Army NFT pass, where you can have your stake at the tape. You can have your seat, your share in early projects and make money short-term, mid-term, long-term, passively. Reward yourself. Why not? Anyways, this has been another video. I have been here with the presence of Wake Lions, direct from the Bigger Than Race team and community member. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another one. You know who this is? This is your boy, Brando. Make sure you investigate truth on your own terms. See this for the win.
Oh yeah.
That was my superhero flying out.